Hello family, welcome back to this channel. Welcome to the family. So the video says I'm pregnant, now what? When I got pregnant with my first child, I was only 21, I think 21 or 22. I didn't know anything. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know who to ask. So I drafted 10 things to do right after finding out you're pregnant. So if you are pregnant right now, congratulations. I hope it's a happy moment for you. I wish you the best. And I'm just going to dive right into it. I just want to put it out there. I'm no healthcare professional. I'm just speaking off of my own personal experience. So I just drafted this with a little bit of research and a little bit of the things that I did after finding out I was pregnant for the first time. So my number one thing is take a deep breath. So let's take a deep breath. We take a deep breath, we try to breathe in and breathe out because it's a big deal. You're pregnant, you're gonna be bringing life into the world. It's a beautiful thing, and you should be taking a lot of deep breaths. Number two, I have tell someone. Okay, so tell somebody, whether it's your partner, a best friend, your sister, your mom. Tell somebody so you're not alone with this big beautiful news. You share it with someone you trust. My number three goes with number two. It's pretty much making a little surprise, like a little announcement. I think it's so cute. I think it's really cute, just like going to the store. And while you go to the store, you can get your prenatals. But yeah, going to the store, getting some little socks, some baby socks, getting a little box, putting it in there, and then surprising your partner, making a little surprise for your mom or your dad or your best friend, just to kind of tell them and make them as excited as you are. Number four, choosing a healthcare professional. So whether it's an OB-GYN, whether it's a midwife, or whoever, just start your research. Ask friends, ask friends that have already been pregnant that can tell you, that have good reviews on their own OB-GYN or midwives. Making a search about a OB-GYN or midwife, I think it's good because when women are pregnant, we're very sensitive, we're very emotional, so we really care about who is going to take care of us during our pregnancies. So if you go and you look up an OB-GYN and then the ladies put that this person is great, it doesn't hurt to try. You can always try, and then when you go, you can judge for yourself. So when you go, your first experience talking to the doctor, but make sure you feel comfortable with whoever you pick. So when you go, make sure the OB-GYN that you pick or the midwife is listening. The person is attentive, the person is really cares about their patient. And to me, it's a big deal that my OB-GYN is personable, because we're pregnant, we're like eggs, we need to be taken care of, well taken care of. So you want somebody that really cares, somebody that can talk to you like a person, not just a patient, not just another number, but somebody that can make you feel comfortable. Number five, after you choose your healthcare professional, again, whether it's a midwife or OB-GYN, schedule your first appointment. Schedule your appointment so you can go, so they can give you, your due date based on your last menstrual cycle. So they can, calculate all these things, give you some helpful information, kind of guide you on what to do. So if you're a little further along, like early, but like a little where they can hear the heartbeat or whatever the case is, or they'll do an ultrasound. They can do an ultrasound, and it's fun, it's really fun. So yeah, so definitely schedule that appointment, go to the appointment and have fun. Number six, get your prenatal vitamins. So when you go to the store to get that little surprise, to make a little announcement, make sure you buy your prenatals. So you buy those prenatals and you start taking them right away. So prenatal vitamins, they're packed with a lot of goodies, a lot of good things for mommy and baby. Number seven, learn about medication you shouldn't be taking. So when we're pregnant, again, we're very, fragile. We gotta take care of ourselves and we gotta take care of baby. So we want to be careful and mindful about what we put in our bodies. So scheduling that appointment, going to your doctor, they can guide you on what to take and what not to take. I think there are categories of medication you can take and those that you cannot take. Usually they will say Tylenol and ibuprofen are safe. Usually those are the things we can take when we're pregnant, or at least for me. Again, I'm speaking based off of my personal experiences. So I would not take any other medication while I'm pregnant. I'll only take Tylenol or ibuprofen, when I have things going on. So the less medication you take, the better. All right, number 8. That's super, super, super important. Research about early signs of miscarriage. I know it's, nobody wants to be talking about miscarriage when we're talking about pregnancies. We don't want to associate the two, but it's important. It's very, very important to learn about the signs. I remember when I was pregnant with Anissa, so my first child, my first daughter, I think I don't remember how far along I was. I want to say maybe 14 or 15 weeks or something. Actually, that happened to me twice, but with my first child, it was a little bit more intense. So all out of nowhere, I started bleeding. So I was bleeding. I was very scared, I was bleeding a lot. I didn't know what was going on, like for no reason at all. I started bleeding. So I made my way to the emergency room. They kept me there for a while. And it's crazy, but when I went to the emergency room, they told me that I was having a threatened miscarriage. So threatened miscarriage. Till this day, I still don't know what it means because it just sounds weird to me. So at that time, they just told me, unfortunately, it seems like you're having a miscarriage. You just need to go home. What's happening right now, we call it a threatened miscarriage. So you can just go home and see if you pass it, if you just actually miscarry, or if you continue on with the pregnancy. So that's actually crazy to hear, right? It's really crazy. I thought the same. I was like, what? Wow. So yeah, so learning about the early signs, bleeding heavily is one of the signs. But, I don't know all of them. I've not researched too much into that, but you can always make your own personal research on that, researching the early signs of miscarriage. I know it's not a good thing it's not something fun to be researching, but it's good to educate ourselves so we know. So if it's happening, okay, I need to go to the emergency room, or I need to talk to my doctor. 9, get ready for morning sickness. It can be crazy, but it varies. Okay, it varies from one pregnant woman to another, from one pregnancy to another. So with my first, I almost didn't have morning sickness, but with my second, I had a lot of morning sickness actually. So I was nauseous, I was throwing up, it was bad. So with my second daughter, I actually experienced morning sickness, but with my first, it was completely different. I really didn't go through too much. So research about morning sickness and see what you can take. Some people take ginger ale. Some people like drinking, ginger. You can make a ginger tea and drink it. Some people eat saltines, like the crackers, to kind of like help settle your tummy a little bit. So these are things you can do. Make a work plan. So if you are a working person, make sure you have a plan in place. So when you're like further along in your pregnancy, you know what to do. You've already discussed it with your boss. When you want to go on maternity leave. Start saving up. Make a plan for when you'll be out of work. My bonus is start stocking up on diapers. Like I tell everybody that. I tell my sisters. I tell my friends that are now pregnant. I keep telling them, but they think it's a joke. When I'm pregnant, I stock up on diapers like a crazy person. So for me, the moment I hit viability, which is 24 weeks here in Texas, that means at 24 weeks, if the baby comes early, the baby can be saved. And I put that in there because I have history of giving birth early. So So my first came very, very, very early at 24 weeks actually. So that's another story. Somebody asked me for a birth story. I will definitely make another video and telling you about Anissa's birth story. And I will make another one for Z. It's only right. If I make one for Anissa, I need to be making one for Z as well. So these were my 10 tips on what to do after finding out you're pregnant. I hope he helps. I hope he helps any of you, anybody that's thinking about being pregnant, anybody that's currently pregnant, or anybody that just found out they are pregnant. So I hope this helps, and I'm happy I was able to make this video, and hopefully we can put it out very soon. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you.